H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live and Mondays. Welcome, everybody. Great weekend for football. Look at Dale Grigg. Dale Grigg, what happened to the football strike? I mean, the boycott of the football. Let me tell you something. You know what? I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I hadn't been watching that much football in the previous years. I watch a little bit. I follow the guys I watch. But this weekend was unbelievable. Gosh. Almost every game go down to the last second. They're questioning the coaches and questioning. So it was just so much going on this weekend. But before we go anywhere, I saw Dale put that on the screen. So I had to address that. Let me shout out to my starting five. The first 5 people that signed on to the Chop Shop feed today. They are Kevin Lewis, Chris Charles, Rod Wells, Alex Sestero, and Sonia Billingsley is in the building. And my 6th man of the day is Corey Willis. What's up, Corey? What's up, Rod Wells? What's up, Joe Lewis? Hey, Tyrone. I'm gonna tell you why I'm just shouting out to all of y'all. Rick Brown, Trey Phillips, what's up, man? Trey, you got to tell me about the girl who hit the 61. That plays for Kansas State. You got to talk to me. Beating the number 14 school in the nation, Oklahoma, and she gave him a 61 piece. You got to talk to me about that, Trey. Dale, what's up, Dale? Again, Robert Rising. Hey, Brandy. Odyssey said, good weekend. Okay, Odyssey, I got you, baby. What's up, Jim Norris? Hey, Brandy. What you forget about? Oh, you Brandy said she forgot about the boycott. I know. What's up, Ken Lofton? What's up, baby? Ivan Pettit. You know why I take out my time and shout. Hey, D. Holcomb, Jameson Morrow. Jameson, I saw you out there at that good game. James, tell us about that game you were at this weekend. I saw you on your social media. Derek Johnson. Y'all, let me tell you something. You know why? Because I'm so grateful to y'all. I'm just so grateful to y'all. I think about it a lot. I'm gonna talk stuff. That's just me. But I'm so grateful for the Ed Russells and the Dedrick Carrs of the world, man. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, D. White, and y'all choose to sign on to the Chop Shop. I looked at how many minutes that were watched last month. Over 100-some thousand minutes watched. We got a unique show here and that's just on one platform. That's just on YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. Facebook. Bless y'all the heart. I don't worry about I don't look at the matrix over there because they don't matter. But YouTube, but I just appreciate y'all. Don't you ever let it, nobody ever tell you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate my team. I appreciate Jimmy. I appreciate Chris. I really, really appreciate y'all, man. And so much I was thinking about you today. I read this quote, and the reason I'm always, hey, Goree Allen, U of H men is still balling without their top 2 players. Yes, they are. When I sit back, and matter of fact, they rank number 7 in the nation. They got a great culture that had been built there, Ivan Pettit, for years. Shout out to Kevin Sampson. Shout out, but we'll get to that later. But I was just thinking about us. Think about everybody. Just thinking about the stuff, everything. Oh yeah. Regina King, yes. But when I give y'all solutions, when I bring people on this show, we bring people on this show and we talk about things in this summer basketball community, we're just not doing it for the bless your heart, Ed Russell. And I know you know how people go to church, they hear a good sermon and take their butt out there and get the cussing in the parking lot. We got to stop that. We got to take some of these principles because I learned it. I saw this quote. The quote said, those who are closest to the problem should be the closest to the solution. Those that are closer, y'all are closer to this problem of the summer basketball. So y'all should be close to the solution. And then I think about it, I'm looking at Regina King's son, mother successful, mother's at the prime of her life, and her son takes his life at 25 years old. And I keep trying to tell us we don't, and I know we're going to talk about sports, but this is, everybody on here either a son or a daughter, or you have one. You're either, because you wasn't hatched, so you're a son or a daughter. So we I told somebody yesterday. Other day. I told somebody, you be kind to everyone, because everyone's fighting a battle. Even people who on this feed, I can tell sometime when y'all going through stuff. Y'all remember I got a psychologist watching the comments. But we in this together. And the reason I said those that are closest to the problem, Dale, should be close to the solution. And I was thinking about this little young boy, Regina kid. Y'all gotta understand, I got a son. Sometimes you feel so helpless as a parent sometimes. My son called me this weekend. He's up there at a sports bar, a group of them. Then you got one dude, some white guy just gonna be in there and call one of the guys in Robert's group a nigger. My son's 1,700 miles away from me in a crowded bar with people drinking, which I don't condone. I always tell him, dude, you're in a position, you don't need to be there. But 26 years old, 26, 27, they got to have fun. But my heart dropped when he called and told me that anything could have happened. But one thing I want y'all, let me tell you something. One thing I want y'all to remember this. If you don't love yourself, then you'll spend your life chasing after people who don't love you either. How do you show love to yourself? I'm going to give y'all some pointers later. Do you meet your own needs to yourself? I know you know how to, you take care of the people. You take them to dinner. Do you meet your own needs? Are we feeding our own self something positive? Kerry Roach, this stuff real, and this stuff real, man. This mental health stuff, what would make a person come in a crowded club, a crowded sports bar, that's mixed with black and white and call one of the... My son could have got in the middle of all of that mess. In New York, you know how they treat black African Americans in New York. Dude, all I can say, player, get what he said. Dad, I'm done. And you always tell me, don't go. Dad, I'm done. He be done every week. Anything, something happen, he's done. But that's why you have to pray for your kids. My daughter's just, y'all, this weekend, I just been praying. Daughter decided to take a trip out of the country by herself. Y'all know I watched Taken, the movies Taken and Taken 2. I had to put I got the you know what you call it, the locator on her phone. I'm just talking to y'all, man. This stopped happening to me this weekend. My daughter wants to go by herself. She said, Dad, I ain't got time to be waiting on nobody. I'm gone. She ain't got no money. She ain't got this. She ain't got. I'm gone. So, yes, I've been in prayer this weekend. I know it's fiction. But guess what? I think about it. Hey, you talking about that fiction movie Taken? Guess what? I know how to prepare now. You know, it might be fiction, but God, you know what I learned, Ed Russell? It's truth in anything. Sometimes some secular poets, I get stuff from secular poets and secular shows sometimes. You know, I mean, love yourself, people. But I was thinking about this mental health thing. And we're going to get into sports because there's a lot of mental health going on in this sports. In sports. But get this. It's long overdue, this mental health topic. You know, we've been talking about it for a while. And I think it's needed. It's taboo. It was taboo when we were younger. The words and the phrases that we're hearing now, mental health and stress, anxieties, those terms were never permeated into our communities. Yet alone acting on them. But I want y'all to hear this. You know, some of y'all might not, but I want you to hear this. Ed Russell, Brandy, I want you to hear this. When I think about this mental healthness thing, let me get a drink. Let me get me some tea right quick. Hold on. We were enslaved from 1619 to 1865. And then after that, we were in Reconstruction. And after Reconstruction, we entered the Jim Crow era. Okay. As you go into the 40s, you had redlining, still experiencing Jim Crow eras, the Jim Crow era. In the 60s, we got to the civil rights. Look at these dates. Look at these dates I'm giving y'all. Let me go back because I want to read these dates out to y'all. Okay? These generations out to y'all. We were enslaved from 1619. Thus, the 1619 project that these people don't want taught, did book taught in schools. 1619 to 1865. Watch this. Thank you, Ivan Pettit. He said, share the show. Share the show. Yeah, this is shareable. I know y'all listening, but share it. We were enslaved from 1916 to 1865, and then after that, Reconstruction. I'm finna give you some history. After the Reconstruction, we entered the Jim Crow. If you don't know who Jim Crow is, what Jim Crow is, look it up. And as you go into the 1940s, we had redlining. Look that up. Still experiencing Jim Crow during that time. And in the 60s, we got the Civil Rights. We had the Civil Rights Act, the Fair Housing Act, the Voters' Rights Act. That's in the 60s. In the 70s, we began the war on drugs. In the 80s, we got the crack cocaine into our communities. We don't have no planes. We don't have no jets, but they was all in our community. They come from Colombia. I ain't never been to Colombia. People trying to get me to come, but I'm not. Check this out. In the 90s, we've been had it, but police brutality became, we start talking about it a little bit. Rodney King got caught on video, police brutality. And now, here we are looking at our black kids and our black women getting shot and killed in front of us. So when has there ever been a time in America that black people didn't experience some type of mental suffering? Just think, our ancestors came out of slavery and went straight into the world. You remember they couldn't write or read. They weren't supposed to read and write because if they got caught, they got killed. So they couldn't. with no consultation, no therapy, or nothing. So that trauma has been passed down from generation to generation unknowingly, and we just act upon it. We were taught to sweep it under the rug. We don't love ourselves like we should. Y'all got to realize, man, these last couple of years, we've been having close friends passing away. Can you imagine being a pallbearer? I don't know, being a pallbearer at people's funeral, people you grew up with, used to hang with, man. This stuff is happening. Let me tell you something. I love y'all, man. It's okay to tell people you love them. It's okay. I just wanted to share that with y'all. This community, let me tell you something. It's no use in us having the Brandon Nicholsons on and the Gory Allens and the Mindy Collins, all these Gary Sinclair, all these brilliant people, Ed Russell, Dr. Newsom, on this feed. All we do is come here and not make an impact. Because if we don't do what we supposed to with this, what we have, guess what? He gonna take it and give it to somebody else. It's biblical. Go take a look at it. But welcome to the Chop Shop. Did y'all see that? That Patrick Mahomes. Did y'all hear what the coach said? What's his name? Andy Reid. 13 seconds left. Hey, Gwen. 13 seconds left. Gwen, I love you. Been knowing that lady that know me when I was a little young. I thought I was young and cool. She knew me. She knew me in college. Oh my goodness. Gosh, it's unbelievable. When I was thinking about something, the man said, Andy Reid told his young quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, he said, when it's grim, you be the Grim Reaper. Did y'all see what Patrick Mahomes did? Did y'all? Josh Allen, and you know what? I want to hear this. How many of y'all are on the train? Because I saw this mess on Twitter and it was pissing me off. How many of y'all was on the train? The overtime thing needed to be changed. The overtime thing. Let me tell you what what's the quarterback said, Josh Allen said. He said, no, it don't need to be changed. Because if I had got the ball, I would have did the same thing. Hey, man. No, you all right. You don't need no, quit being, Melvin Dudes, quit being nosy, man. You just about to nosy. Melvin Dudes, you should have been one of these damn reporters everybody cussing out and talking crazy to. All these crazy ass reporters. Best weekend of football in a long time. And y'all do me a favor, before I go any further, I want to shout out, you know, if you know anything about me, I'm always going to the library. I like the library, okay? And I didn't know the libraries were doing all this. Alex Sesteros, I got to tell y'all this story. My office used to be downtown, y'all. When I first learned how to play golf, I went and read every book in the downtown library that they had on golf, all the shelves. Before I ever even picked up a club, I wanted to know about golf before I went out there. A lot of y'all just go out there and it's a fun game. You can go out there and do it, but I wanted to be good. So I wanted to know the origins. I wanted to know. So I did that. But I learned something that the libraries are doing. in some cities. I don't know about in Houston, but in some cities, people will call me. They said libraries are handling COVID tests, distributing what they call it N95 mask, and fighting off book bans from petulant parents and politicians, and demands to remove books have reached a fever pitch, and we ain't even thought about it. Public libraries are proving to be superstars at this moment. And I know a lot of us ain't even thought about that, but they've been fighting, people been fighting them to take certain books out of the library. So prayers are for those people, the librarians and the people in the library industry around the world. You know, a friend of mine, they gave me this information. Let me see. I got something. I got something. I was thinking about this weekend. I want to share this with y'all. I wonder how much time this weekend. It's a great weekend. Everybody's saying it was a great weekend. I wonder how much time Deshaun Watson is thinking about how the league has forgotten him over the last year. See, I tell y'all, this sports move on. Watching all these young quarterbacks in the playoffs, and he's just sitting home watching like most of us. Let me tell y'all something. Rod Wells says a great week. I've never had this much excitement. And since the Colin Kaepernick, because a lot of us were saying we done watching it, we're not watching, we boycotting it and all that, right? This year, these playoffs right here, everybody talking about it. You know, everybody talking about it. And I just wondered how this man lost a year. He'll be a year older. I mean, less wear and tear on his body. But I wonder is he's sitting up there thinking about it. And shout out to the young lady too, Ayoka Lee. She scored for Kansas State. She scored 61 points in a game last night. What's up, young fella? But I got some stuff I got to show y'all. Man, Sean Jones broke a backboard this weekend. We had two young high school players this weekend scored 40. Hold on. One scored 44. One scored 40. Y'all help me, 40. Something else, another 40. And then one scored 37. All in the same game. I think that was nice. Young fella broke the backboard. You know, I don't care what you say about him. He broke a backboard. I ain't never break no backboard. Franklin Paul, have you broke a backboard? Melvin Dews, Ken Gamble, I know you ain't broke no backboard. And Ken Gamble, thank you again for keeping us abreast. Follow Ken Gamble on Twitter. He lets you know the college players from Houston that what they do that night. But I just want Ayoka Lee. Man, these young girls scored 61 points. I got a question. Was she always this good? Somebody help me who know about Ayoka Lee. Trey Phillips, did you ever play against her in the beginning? I mean, did you ever play against her? Have your teams go against her? I'm just unique. This girl, I've never heard of the young lady. She had 61 last night, y'all. I don't know. I know some of y'all just take it for granted. Ain't there one of y'all ever scored no 61 points? He broke the backboard. Okay. Just the no backboard. Franklin Paul talking about he just no backboard, just the you ain't broke no backboard. Franklin Paul, show me the video. You ain't broke no rim. You ain't broke the rim. No, Franklin Paul, you got to show me that. You got to show me that. Wait a minute. You listen to me. Listen. Hey, y'all help me. Somebody help me. Why? Let me put this on. I'm sitting here talking about the kids that scored 40 in a game and a teammate had 47 in a game, and somebody put up on the screen. Yo, this the kind of stuff that just drives me mad. Y'all gonna show us some more love over here, Marshall. See, that kind of shit there make people not even want to say nothing. Y'all don't get it. What's up, Chad Grove? What Herb said? Herb, you ain't broke no. Herb, I never broke a backboard. I've broken a couple of rims in my. You ain't okay. I hear you, Herb. You done broke them. How many times you dunk on the rim to break? Uh, Melvin said I broken 2 backboards. Still had a get out of it. Howdy, you better ask somebody. I was a bad boy. Franklin Paul. I didn't say you wasn't a bad boy. Show me the video like Sean Jones got last night. Show me this Sean Jones. You know, hey, somebody please tell Sean Jones' mom I'm talking about him right now. Somebody please. Foster. See, the reason I don't want to talk too much about this, because Jimmy gonna come and talk about the same damn thing. That's what he talk about. That's why. But I had to shout out to these 2 young. Chance White, 44. Marlon Lowe's son, he had 40-something. I don't know the exact number. And then Chris Marshall, the football player, had 37. Man, I didn't know that. If I know that game was going to be that good, no, I was busy that day. If Franklin Paul said he broke, okay, Fred, I heard. If Franklin Paul said he broke a rim, guess what the key word was? You believe him, Herb. I don't have to believe him because you believe it. Now, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Young fella had 47. Thank you. And I know Frank White, you sent me the video, but Frank White, I got to get the video from both sides. I have them from both sides. I ain't going to play one side, not going to play the other. Yo, ones that say, oh, Chad, you my man. Chad Grove. Hey, y'all. Arizona. I happen to live in Arizona for a little while. So Chad Grove, great man. But Barry McDonald, hey, y'all, let me tell you something. When you ball, you get the call on this show, Jock Armand. I can't believe you said that to me. I can't believe you said that to me. You know, listen, I'm not, I put it like that. I'm not the basketball guru. I'm not going around telling you what happened in 2001. Hell no, that ain't Robert Hallen. But what I saw in 2022, I didn't go to the game. One young fella had 47. Yeah, I got to talk about this. The guy opposite him had 44. So he got his money and it lost. And the teammate of the kid who had 47, he had 37. I got a question. Jock Armand, I'm messing with you. Jock Armand, what did the other guys have on the team? If one guy had 47, the other guy had 37. What B. Scott? What would the other? You're gonna be Scott, you say. Did nobody pass it to the other kids? Y'all got to explain to me what happened. You were that who all was at that game? Come on, we can talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it with you. Okay, one. Damn, hold up. So Chance, what Chance said? Y'all tell Chance to call me. What the hell wrong with Chance, teammate? Chance go 44. Chancellor White. Scored 44 of the 64. Jameson Morrow, what the hell was going on over there? Hey, thank you, Jock. I never looked at the score. Jock, I never look at the score. I promise. Hey, I can go to a game. Y'all, do me a favor. Don't ask me the score. I don't look at the score. I just say, he won and he won. I never look at the score. I don't know. That's crazy of me. I just never been a guy. What was the score? I just know one won and one person lost. Man, y'all got to tell me, did anything, they had rebounds? Tell me, did anything happen? They had 72 points at the half. Ronnie Courtney, come to the front of the room. Hey, that game is coached. Hold on. That game is coached by Ronnie Courtney. What in the Hall of Fame in Texas basketball coach. Ronnie, what? Call Ronnie Courtney to the front of the room. 72 in the first half. Robert Adams, both of our young men are even better in the classroom. Wow. Wow. They better in the classroom. See, y'all know y'all messing with me today. I don't need Jimmy for that one. Thank you, Jamie Samara. Did anything else like that happen this weekend? Y'all got to understand, we can talk about, this is unique. Listen to me. I ain't never heard of this. You know, y'all have heard, have this ever happened before? You know, y'all been around this and watching high school, but have this ever happened? Chance, I need to talk to your teammates, though. Hey, hell, y'all gonna score 20 points, man. Well, y'all on the damn team, too. Man, shout out to them young fellas, man. I know Jimmy gonna come and talk about it. But y'all, I want to share y'all. I got to share y'all. So what time is it? Let me look at my clock. I'm a little over, but I want to show y'all some stuff that happened this weekend. Explain this to me. This why I always tell y'all I'm not a fan. Herb Baker. Watch this. Straight to jail, man. I don't know. They might not. I just thought about something. They might take him back there and let him go with his own reconnaissance. I'm sorry. You're right. Y'all, just so much crazy stuff that's been happening this weekend. Let me see where I want. Oh, this is my boy. My boy. Hold up. My boy won yesterday. The other day. Saturday, I had a chance to talk to y'all. Porn star Jimmy send that clown home. Yes, I call him a clown. We're going to get into that someday this week, talking about Aaron Rodgers. I'm done with him. Done. You know how they cancel? In my life, y'all don't have to cancel him. He's canceled. Tennessee could have won that game. Y'all watching these games? The Cincinnati-Tennessee game was decided by 3 points. The San Francisco game was decided by 3 points. The Los Angeles beat my boy Tom Brady. Y'all, I was a little mad at first about Tom Brady losing, but Tom Brady done won enough. And I like the Rams. I love their stadium. Then Buffalo gets beat by a one score. I see why y'all said, but did y'all see that wide receiver for the Bills, Juke McCorner up there? I had to see this. Y'all watch this. I got you.
But watch the route up top. 13, right there, Davis. But watch the route up top. 13, right there, Davis.
And we'll talk about the coach. We'll talk about the coach ain't this. We'll talk about the coach and then all that. Y'all, look at this. This dude's a pro. Hold on. This dude's a pro, y'all. What?
But watch the route up top. 13, right there, Davis. But watch the route up top. 13, right there.
Y'all talk to me. They agrees. That man. Wow. Did y'all see that? Hold on, I got more. Let me see. I got some more stuff. Y'all know who my boy is, though. Y'all know who my boy is. Porn star Jimmy. Hold up.
Big team effort.
8-0. How does that feel?
Feels great, baby.
Happy Halloween right back at you. Thanks so much.
Definitely, no problem.
Yo, that's my boy. I told you people. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I didn't give him that name. Y'all know who gave him the name. Here we go.
Porn star Jimmy.
And the reason they gave him the name, in case people heard me say this on the show the other day, I called him Porn Star Jimmy. This is why. He comes out there. He leave, he gets traded from Larry, that wasn't no damn poor technique. He fell on his ass. He came from New England and came out to the West Coast. And one of his first dates, y'all. This is what he went out. This is who he went out in. A public place. A public place. I got to get that girl's name for you. Y'all can Google. That girl that got them twins up there. Look like she holding on to her. That's where he got the nickname. In case y'all, it wasn't me trying to, that's where he got his nickname. Friend of mine, she didn't know who he was. I showed her who he was last night. She thought, oh, he's cute. But that man, look what he told Aaron Andrews. Y'all watch this. This how cool he is. Look how he look at him.
Big team effort.
8-0. How does that feel?
Feels great, baby.
Happy Halloween right back at you. Thanks so much.
Definitely, no problem. It is Halloween. Oh. Big team effort.
8-0. How does that feel?
Did y'all see how he looked back at her? Y'all got to watch the subtle tactics, man. He looked back at her and said, hey, all right, did you go for that? Now, she married. This the girl, Erin Andrews. I'm going to let you Google that. That's the girl who got that big lawsuit against Marriott because the guy was peeking into her room and videoed her taking her clothes off, and Marriott had to pay her dearly. That's the same girl, right? She married. But watch Jimmy G. Y'all got to watch it, man, at the end. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you.
Big team effort.
8-0. How does that feel?
Feels great, baby.
Happy Halloween right back at you. Thanks so much.
Definitely, no problem.
Watch it.
It is
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
8-0.
Yeah. Hey, y'all gonna leave him alone, man. That's my dude, man. But he won San Francisco. He really didn't do nothing. He's trying to get a game away. But shout out to San Francisco, man. I think I had some. Oh, I think the lady name is Kiara Mia. I think that's her name. I saw that somewhere. But what else did I have another video to show y'all? You know what? I wanted to show y'all this one too, because we got to talk about it. We might not talk about it this week, but we got to talk about that Grayson guy. What's that guy? Grayson that played at Duke. I got his damn name. He pissed me off so bad. We're gonna talk about that, how he hurt that boy. But I'm gonna just show you how life is. How I think the congressmen, the senators up there, and I got a great parallel on how I feel like they looking at the rest of the world. Okay, I saw this video and I thought about them. This reporter, she is reporting the snow in this town, but right behind her, she's all happy and glee, but right behind her, I want y'all to see what's going on.
Good morning, skiers and riders. We received another inch of natural snow overnight, and it's still coming down right now. So far this week, we've received 16 inches of natural snow. Conditions are fantastic right now. We're expecting some pretty cold temps over the next few days, and our snowmaking team is ready to fire up those snow guns and take advantage of every opportunity. If you're planning on joining us over the next couple of days, make sure you dress warm and bring your goggles as well, because like I said, it is going to be a bit chilly. We could see temps dropping into the negatives. over the next couple of days.
Now y'all watch
Thanks
this.
to all this natural snow and the hard work of our snowmaking team, we've been able to add more terrain this week. We now have 21 open slopes and trails, plus 3 terrain parks and 47 features. And don't forget, our snow tubing park is open as well. But that's not it. We also added snowmobiling tours and snowshoeing tours. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for more updates.
Did y'all see that? Chop Shop. We can't be on this Chop Shop running our mouth, all this stuff here, and people struggling, and we ain't helping them. See, we trying to help people on this show. I had to give y'all, I had to show y'all that analogy. It's crazy stuff happened this weekend. Watching how to, y'all, it's just so much stuff. I don't know where to go. John Stockton's, Curtis, did you catch that, Curtis? That's Mitch McConnell and them up there. Yeah. That's all of them, the senators. And while everybody in America's falling down behind her. No, she wasn't on the song. She wasn't paying attention. She don't care. Like the senators, they don't care. Hold on, y'all. John Stockton's is a heap of trouble. I'm just going through my notes. Just going through my notes. Just going through my notes. Grayson Allen. Yeah. By the way, let me show the video of what that boy did. Grayson Allen. I think I got it. Y'all got to help me with this one because I'm gonna need therapy after this one.
So this is the play.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I saw nothing until the second swipe. So that's just a hard
now
foul.
he's got his arm.
Then
See,
the
he pulled
right arm that comes around.
Then he took the left arm and pulled his arm down.
Yep.
Did y'all see that? Mindy, what if that was your son that boy did that to? I know y'all on a 10-second delay. I'm going to give y'all a chance to catch up. I know I'm all over the place. Donald Hall, we can talk about anything. Whatever else y'all want. What's my dude name? What's my trash dude? My trash dude need to do a video on him. Hey man, who is that sent me that? Trey Phillips sent me a video of the dude that said trash. I always call him LeBron. Everybody except LeBron is trash. He did a video in Memphis. Talk about Memphis barbecue. Y'all got to find that one. You got to find that. Y'all got to help me. Lori, he been doing that. Lori. Hey, y'all. Let me put this. Let me put this up here. Let me put this up. Because, you know, some people just they want attention, and I'm finna give his ass all the attention he wants. That was just a hard foul. I'm going to let y'all address him. Thank you, Herb Baker. Hey, Mr. Katie, you wanted some attention. I'm getting it to your ass. This man swiped twice at the dude. When he came around like this, how he do it? Like this. He then came around. What the hell was he doing? And we got somebody. He live in Katy, by the way. So, yep. He live in Katy. He said that was a hard foul. This clown, two hands. Thank you. I know he been dirty, y'all. I ain't talking about that. But the man get one. He get 1 game suspension. Lori Dotson. Yeah. Y'all. Dr. Noose. Me and this Grayson Allen, it just ain't right. But I got to take a quick break, y'all. I'm going to come right back. Yeah. Let me get Mr. Katie out there. Thank you, D. White. This man here talking about it's just a hard foul. I want y'all, maybe I should leave it up there and let y'all see what stuff, the stuff people be saying on this thing. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop. Hey, y'all. While I was out, while I was doing the commercial, I was looking at the feed. Just, I love to see what y'all talk about. Listen to me, y'all. I don't mind your comments, even if it's what Mr. Katie just said. Mr. Katie, I like that. If that's your opinion, I'm with you, but I want everybody else to see your opinion. I don't gang blocking him for that. But Grayson Allen, that's the dude. I don't like that one, man. I don't like what he did. Let me see what y'all talking about. But I saw something. Donald Hall, don't you play with me. Donald Hall, Ozark. Let me tell y'all something. See, y'all, hey, be kind of busy in the daytime, but y'all in the middle of the night, you know how old folks, they wake up in the middle of the night. That's when I get to watching stuff. I watch stuff early in the morning, right? Ozark. I watched all of it. But hold up, I heard Donald Hall, you got to help me. Because I heard they splitting it. They just gave you about 6 of them. Then they going to give you some more. Oh my God. Hold up. Tyreek. Hey man, y'all got to understand, man. Y'all, hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm just going to watch sports all the damn time. This damn Tyreek on Ghost, Ghost 2 Power, whatever they all call it. Oh my goodness. That Marty Bird, what was the little girl? The little girl, Darlene. Hey man, let me tell y'all something. I just don't know what. Somebody gonna text me a 7th episode. I don't keep up with the episodes. I told y'all I don't keep up with the score. I just watch it. Tyreek. Hey man, I ain't never seen. Television is crazy. How in the hell I can hate this boy in one couple seasons, and now I love this dude. I bet you one thing. Marty Bird never might not mess with Tyreek. I bet you that. Now this man talking about Zeke is a real AAU. Oh, okay. I don't even talk about, man, don't tell nobody what's going on, Melvin dudes. That man says stay away from Missouri and the cartel. Hey, son, I don't know. Y'all, I'm sorry. And I hate that, what's his name? D Hall, I don't know why you told me about that. I'm going to show you how cold Tyreek done got. I didn't never do this, y'all. I waited for 12 o'clock before it came on Sunday and watched it on my computer. That's how They got me. They got me, y'all. They got me. Hey, Tyreek, hey, that's enough about them. But hey, they got me. I want y'all to what y'all think about the overtime rule? I didn't see nobody talk about it. He said, Ozark, it was filmed in Georgia. Okay. All right. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Chris, y'all look what Chris said. Look at Chris. He said, I like Effie for Reek. Let me tell you something. I like all of them for Reek. If you can handle all of them, like he handling them, see, every man can't handle all of them. Some guys are some women getters, but Tyreek know how to manage his situations. What's that other little girl? He got that little girl too. What's that little girl? Y'all need to leave me alone. Have y'all noticed the wardrobe that these people be wearing on Power? Thank you, Kelton. That man is handling all three. Lauren and Effie. What's the other boys? Diana. Thank you. Who is that? Shaw 123. I love you. Have y'all looked at the wardrobe that Daddy just got out of the penitentiary? Did you see his wardrobe? Hey man, let me tell y'all something. And now this was pissing me off, y'all. You shouldn't have went there. Down the hall. Because Jimmy be on in a minute. So we'll just stay here. He'll be on in a minute. They got this show out called, hold up, I got to make sure. Man, I won't call it the right name. Got another one. Oh, I probably ain't going to get it. I got too much stuff on this thing. Oh, what's the name of the show? But the setting is a whole lot of black successful people in Martha's Vineyards. Somebody get that. I know you know it, Sonya. Some about us. It's killing me. I told y'all. What's the name of the show? I know y'all ain't gonna get it. Ain't no damn Grandview. No. What's the name of the show? Reggie Simpson. Y'all, I'm trying to find all kind of people. Oh, I don't need y'all. Let me give you a drink. It's on Fox. All kind of people. Listen to me. Y'all listening to me? That's Karen Thomas. I love that woman. Our kind of people. That's the name of the show. Let me repeat it. Our kind of people. Share this show right now. If you haven't shared it right now. Our kind of people. You better savor the next episode. Karen, guess what I found out? Fox chose with their sorry ass, excuse my language, chose not to pick up the 10 additional episodes for the spring. So it looks like the end of the road for the show. They are calling it a season finale, but it's really not. Yes, I'm pissed off. Because somebody, think about it. Got 10 shows in the can. All they got to do is show them. Yes, Karen. 10 shows already filmed. Because they showing black people in power, owning stuff, running companies, the CEOs, the debutante balls, the society of the society women, the philanthropists. They want to cancel that show. This is why I said we need to own our own stuff. See what I've been talking about, y'all? They don't want you to see those examples. They didn't want a young Robert Hatter growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, knowing that there was a Robert Church. The richest black man, the man who helped save Memphis. I didn't know that. A year and a half ago. They don't want you to know about Adam Clayton Powell. Our kind of people. See, long as we got Tyreek and them killing people, Ozark killing people, they'll love it. Soon, Landon, I ain't talking about they can get Netflix and Amazon. That ain't the issue here. Ain't the issue. The issue is, I hope you're listening. They got 10 shows that's already filmed that they didn't already had to pay these actors for. And they're just not going to release them. Because you got a black man heading the most powerful country. Y'all, we got to quit being so damn brainwashed. Our kind of people. And most of y'all ain't seen it. Maybe that's why Fox took it off. Great show. Great cast. Great cast. How you know it wasn't making money, Corey Wimbledon? I love, see that's the kind of shit I'm talking about right here. We always have one of these in the bunch right here. That ain't what the hell we talking about right now. The hell you know they wasn't making money? How you know? We always have. We always have. I said, how do you know they wasn't making money? What if we find out they were making money? And they just don't want that representation on Fox. They want us to look like clowns on Fox instead of kings. I know what the hell Fox is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Did y'all see? Y'all see what happened to Penny over the weekend? Let me play it if y'all haven't seen it. Let me play it for y'all.
I think the one thing I can say to this media, because this media gets kind of up sometimes when it comes to me, we don't have our full roster. Y'all know we don't have our full roster. Stop asking me stupid questions about if I feel like I can do something. If I had my roster like they did, then I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. I'm coaching really hard. My boys are playing really hard. I'm not embarrassed about nothing. We have 4 freshmen starting. Y'all need to act like it. Act like we got 17, 18, and 19-year-olds out here trying to learn how to play against 22, 23, and 24-year-old guys. Come on, man. Stop disrespecting me, bro. Like, don't do that. I work too hard. I work way too hard for that. Y'all write all these articles about me, and all I do is work. We got young kids on the floor. They got young kids on the floor.
Let me tell y'all that that media ain't gonna tell y'all. And I haven't talked to Penny. Not one time since that. Really? You probably think I'm mad at him for doing it. But did you hear him say, bro? Penny was talking to one person in that meeting. That one person who been messing with him ever since he got the job. He used to work at the big Houston newspaper. They run his ass off. Now he worked at the little, the minor newspaper. I got you, Kerry. I'm coming there. And the reason I'm bringing this up, he was talking to one particular guy. He was talking to a guy that is so bad. Somebody told me when Penny got the job, before Penny got the job, that's the person he got to watch out for. He's a white guy. No, he's not a brother. Come on, Kevin Freitman. He just called him bro. Come on, Kevin Freitman. No, he's a white guy. They told me, this before that Penny ever got the job, this guy is so bad that he would write a negative article on his own mama. This before Penny got the job. They was telling me what he was going to come up against. And they was talking about this one guy. This guy wanna write articles about Penny's son is played in Duncanville. They want to act for, well, I didn't know Penny had, he been writing negative articles for 3 years and Penny ain't never said a word. This ain't gonna come. ESPN ain't gonna put that up there.
Sorry, could you repeat what you said?
Yo, Siri, shut up, Siri. I'm not talking to you. Siri talking to me. I see. He don't know I'm telling y'all this. I just know the politics. It's one guy. But let you hear it again. He said, bro, he looking at him. He was talking to him. He wasn't talking to the rest of the media. Eric Raspberry. He was talking to that guy. Hey, Deshaun. Yeah, Siri. I told y'all, these folks listen to every damn thing y'all saying. Me too. So, 3 years. Everybody, that's not, he can't do this. Let me tell you something why he can do it. Because he's a free black man. He ain't. Listen, what can they do? Fire him? Got $80 million in the damn bank. It's just going to do something somewhere else you want to do. I wouldn't have done it, and he know he shouldn't have done it. We can't keep letting these people disrespect us, man. And we got a dude that don't play no game. Yeah, I know y'all. But some people call me, but Robert, I never thought he was. He's so nice. He from North Memphis. I know y'all think North Houston is hard and all of that. North Memphis. Man ain't said a peep to this man in 3 years. And it's weighing on him. He got an assistant coach that won't get the vaccine. He can't even, they paying Rasheed Wallace. He can't be around the team. He can just coach virtually. All of these, Duran got a bad hip pointer. He should be playing, and he's still trying to play. First, second, third, fourth leading scorer, all of them ain't playing. He ain't making no excuse. He just said, man, don't ask me that stupid ass question. Don't ask me that stupid ass question. That's all. But he was talking to, so y'all can know. Because the mainstream, y'all know I don't tweet and mess with nobody. I tweeted ESPN, added their ass, and said, since you put that one on the front page, that press conference, why didn't they put this?
Memphis, just want to let you guys know that I love you. Tiger Nation, I love you. I want to issue an apology to my school, to the players, and to our fans. I let my emotions get the best of me last night, and that's not the way that you handle situations. I bleed blue, and I'm fighting always for my school, for my city, and for my players. We're working very hard. We know that there's adversity right now, but it's not going to stop us from working hard. We are going to make you guys proud. We're going to win. We're going to get through this together. And to the fans that are fighting with us, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You guys help push us through with your energy. And to my players, let's keep fighting on. We're 9-1 strong. And again, Memphis, I love you. Peace.
The next day, go to your ESPN sites. You ain't going to see that. You feel me? Now y'all know why I don't allow people to talk about people on this show like that. Because they already fighting the other battle. Archie, think about this. ESPN on their front feed had him cussing that dude out. Y'all notice he didn't apologize to his ass. How about that, Chuck McGowan? He didn't apologize to that dude. You didn't notice I ain't even saying that clown's name. I'm going to let y'all find his ass. Thank you, Deshaun Colbert. Deshaun, that's why Deshaun, a lot of our people that's on this feed and a lot of people around the world, they don't understand how this stuff works. Excuse me, Lord. Y'all got to listen to me on this one. This is the same guy who came on and started coaching a middle school team. Millionaire. Can fly around the country and be anywhere on any island he want to be on. But his friend was stricken with cancer. He went over and started coaching that team. No salary, so the guy can keep getting his salary. Hey, clown, bozo, Mr. Katie, slow down for a minute right now. You just can shut the hell up right now. This is serious. We ain't playing. I ain't playing today with this one. So sit this one out. I let you off a lot easier because I was finna go penny on your ass. So, back to what I'm saying. So these clowns can hear. Y'all got to realize we got clowns listening to this show too now. Coaching these teams. Guy passed away. Penny's still coaching the team. Then he took these kids from middle school to high school. Okay. Said okay. Still doing this. Then he got a summer basketball program. Where the parents, he so cared about that lady who he had behind him. That's his grandma who raised him. Great woman. I love her to death. She loves Robert Allen. She's an ancestor now. Took a whole busload. I think it was, what is Mother's Day when summer basketball is around? He said, no, mamas, y'all coming to be with y'all sons on this trip. To all the moms, they had to pay for nothing, rooms and food, and nothing. If y'all listen to that guy said he bleeds blue. He gave money to the alumni hall so they can build it. That's how him and James Wiseman, they considered him a booster since he gave that money. So this ain't got nothing to do with no ex-NBA player, freaking clown. That's what people like you think about. I told y'all, it's two separate structures out here. It's the governance structure. It's how we look at each other. And it's the social structure, how they look at us. But we got somebody that looks just like us, that looks at us the same way they look at us. We got a lot of them people out there, y'all. And we got to rid ourselves and call their ass out. But I'm just, one of Jimmy's favorite phrases is, you convict me on the front page, but your apology is on the back page. In this case, ESPN didn't run the apology at all. They just run the angry black Negro. So we can have some people come on here. The angry black man. No, it's a clown been messing with him for four years. And guess what? He got fed up with it. He was talking to one particular person in that meeting. One particular person. Thank you, Kendrick Lewis. This is a slip over. Thank you, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I mean, sometimes, y'all, we got to be smarter. Instead of trying to be, I want to be funny. Let's be funny. It's a serious subject. Serious subject. Can't keep allowing people to do this to us when we got our own platform. So I have to tell you the story, because ain't nobody else going to tell you this story. What's up, Jimmy? I'm good. I hope your team won, or your bets. I hope you got all your bets down this weekend. But thank you. You came in at the right time, because I'm really tired of talking. let me get you faded in. What's up? I hope you're on. You say something so I can make sure your volume's right.
Yeah, shoot, we
Yeah, I got you. I can hear you.
Topic of what yeah, we good to go now. And so welcome, guys. It's we're on the back nine. We'll ask everybody to share the show. So let's get this thing popping, get it rocking on this last hour of the Chop Shop. We're going to land the plane on time. So right now, some of you guys, you'll know, you won't get shocked. We gave you a whole hour of overtime on Thursday, so you can charge that. That was a down payment into this week. We're staying on time, but basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And what I have in amateur basketball news, of course, it's the top of the week, so the college polls is out again, and I haven't focused on them this morning. I was doing a lot of work, as you guys know, when you're prepping for the events and getting everything back in gear with the staff at RCS Sports and getting all of the team rankings updated on the website. It is populated with that for you guys as well. And so if you got a chance, you go later on after the show, you go over to rcssports.com. And of course, you guys can see the latest high school rankings. It also lets you guys know where the players were ranked previously. I mean, the teams were ranked previously as well. So we'll talk about more than that. But right now, of course, I I don't know if you touched the NFL games. We'll talk about that shortly. But college basketball polls out in Auburn. How about that? Auburn is ranked number 1 in the AP top 25 poll. They edged out Gonzaga. And for number 1, Arizona is now at number 3. Baylor jumps up 1 slot to number 4, followed by Kansas, who jumps up 2 slots to number 5. Purdue was number 4 last week. They fall 2 slots to the number 6 hole. How about University of Houston, guys? University of Houston jumps up 3 slots, and now they're the number 7th ranked team in the country. U of H, number 7 in the country, despite having 2 starters deemed out for the remainder of the season. This is unbelievable in what is going on over at University of Houston and how everybody is bought in. And we'll talk about U of H shortly in a second. Of course, the number 7 in the latest AP poll. UCLA is number 8. They jump up 2 slots. Duke falls after losing the game to Florida State, the Dandy the other day. They dropped 3 slots to number 9. Michigan State jumps up 4 slots from 14 to number 10. And, the rest of the poll, of course, is on ESPN. How about Davidson cracks the top 25, the alumnus of Steph Curry? Davidson is back in the top 25. How about that? Isn't that a refreshing, if you're rooting for the little guy, so to speak? They're 16-2 on the season. Now, as far as Texas-based teams, besides Baylor and University of Houston, you have Texas Tech at number 13. And that is it. That is it.
That's it.
And let me tell you what's happening in case it's not let me tell you, I'll give you enough on the day about Texas you guys will get. But the Big 12, you have to realize the fish are eating the fish within that conference. If you ever wondered how tough that conference is, this is the perfect time to glance over at the Big 12 and just look and see who's beating who, and then maybe the next game or so, how that team fared in the game after the game. And you have to realize, think about it. Right now, Kansas sits in the top of the conference at 5-1. But you got Baylor, Texas Tech, they're right there, 1 game behind them. TCU only has 2 losses. Remember, they had a few games that were postponed because of COVID earlier in conference play. The University of Texas is 1 game behind Baylor and Texas Tech. And then you got teams like Oklahoma State, that's West Virginia is 1 game behind Texas. Kansas State, who just beat Texas Tech last week, they're 2-5 at the bottom. How about Iowa State, who was ranked in the top 12 earlier in the season? They're number 23 now. They're tied for last.
They were last year.
Iowa State was.
Yes.
And they were ranked in the top 10, maybe top 12 earlier this season. That's how tough that Big 12 is. And so when we see guys like programs like Oklahoma State, who goes on the road and get a big win at Baylor the other week, that's magnificent, because that's the equivalent of Florida State beating up on a Duke or North Carolina or Wake or in ACC play, at least one of them every year. I think he has a streak going on, like a good streak, like maybe like either like 6 of the past 7 years, he's beaten one of those dudes in conference play at Florida State. And every time he beat him, it's like it's a shocker around the country. But then over at Florida State, they're spinning out NBA players. Don't forget, Oklahoma State just spent out the #1 pick in the draft. They don't like that. When those kids are not earmarked, not supposed to go.
Hold up. A #1 pick that was a 6th man.
Well, that was
on his
team.
About,
yeah.
Was a 6th man. Yeah. Yeah. And
So
the other one, Patrick, the one that got hurt his hand from Florida State, who hurt his play Chicago.
Yes,
Patrick
Scotty.
Williams.
Well, you had Scotty.
I ain't talking about Scotty Baum. I'm talking about he plays at Chicago. Patrick, he been hurt. That's why we've been talking about it. He was on the bench. I think they averaged less than double figure, and he got
he went first round.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He went first round.
That man doing some. That man there. That's a bad man down there. That Patrick Williams. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody.
Yeah, Big Pat. So it just you pay attention, and a lot of the guys and the team, the guys and the programs that are doing well, but it take a consistent effort. And remember, consistency is the key. And so that's what you strive for, to get that hump. Once you get over that hump, then you have to maintain. Like I mentioned University of Houston, of course, Kevin Sampson, he's Native American, but a lot of us identify him, as
a person of color.
Yeah. So, he's getting it done. And guess what? That program is going into the Big 12 in a year and a half from now. They're going to be Big 12 in 2023. Could be sooner, but 2023 is the year it's earmarked for. Do you understand what's happening right now? Think about it. The football team beat Auburn in the bowl game a month ago. This is one of the reasons why the Big 12 was some schools within the Big 12 was fighting so hard to keep U of H suppressed. It's almost like the independent sneaker ball team that they deserves a sneaker deal. They've been kicking ass repeated. And they're right. They're in the perfect recruiting grounds, and nobody want them to get that deal because they know what would happen if they got that deal. And that's what's happening with University of Houston. They showing you a preview of what could possibly on deck, because now you can. Texas Tech, they're gonna be recruiting for the same kids what they are already against with University of Houston. Would you rather live in Lubbock, or would you rather live in H-Town? You see?
Who was that? Darryl Barnes rather live in Lubbock.
That's what he rather live in Lubbock.
Yeah,
okay.
he went to Texas Tech.
You know what you see time you get off that airplane when you get to Lubbock, Texas.
You already know how I feel about Lubbock.
If any of y'all have never been to Lubbock, and guess what? It's a great campus, but once I never asked Chris Walker. When we come back, we're gonna ask Chris, what did they do? What was the water that they doused? Or what did they say to the black families that came off the plane during the visits when they were driving them immediately from the airport to the school? I'm just curious. Guess what?
Jimmy, I'm curious too. Because I'm one black family would have got my black ass back on that plane. Because I told you what happened to me at the rental-car place. You remember that story? I told you. He talking about that's them boys' car. I looked around. Remember who worked there at the budget? I was like, what the hell is he talking about? It's 2 grown-ass men sitting up here. I said, man, let me tell you something. When I got on that plane, I ain't been back to Lubbock since. Y'all can have that Lubbock. I'm sorry. Yeah. Y'all, it's a couple of more places around here y'all can have. But that's closer by to us. Y'all can have. But no, y'all can have. That's
think
good.
about it. Think about it. Would you rather live in Lawrence, Kansas, or H-Town? Would you rather live in Ames, Iowa, or H-Town? this stuff is going to be intriguing. And all you got to do, the fear factor is already there.
A mastermind said they talk like that out there. Hey, let me tell you something. If I wasn't on a business trip, old man would have had some problems. If he wasn't there, old man was going to have some problems. I said, boy, the hell you... Yeah. They don't talk like that. I don't care how they talk. Y'all can have Lubbock, Texas. I promise you. I forgot the hotel I stayed in, Jimmy. I wanted to get out there so damn bad. But
I stayed at Seawalk place at the 2 times I went down there. Seawalk was never in his apartment anyway, so I in his condo. I stayed up in there and chill. But anyway, let's today the McDonald's All-American teams will be announced on the NBA Today show with Kendrick Perkins and what's the young lady who's the host? Malika Andrews. They're going to release.
Jimmy, remind me to tell you who she dated.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's an
old Lord. I'm gonna text it to you.
Somebody done cut into old Malika already. Man, that's cold.
Been cut into her.
Well,
I'm finna text it to you, but keep talking.
Them old riding jokers. But and so today, the teams are already finalized. Just the general public will get it at, I don't know, what time is it supposed to be announced? 3:00 is when that show come on Central Time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 p.m. Central Time is when they will announce that on live on ESPN. And I'm looking, and I have the intel to provide you guys from the game. Texas had the most nominees with 82 of any state. California and Florida had 73 each. Virginia and Maryland had 41 and 44 respectively.
41 what?
Nominees.
Oh, you're talking about for the actual game, not for them, not, everybody, you're talking about for the actual game.
No, not for the actual, no. That's for the nominees this year. For the list.
The nominees for the game. So I'm talking about, a lot of people got nominated, Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. Texas had the most nominated. Pretty much anybody could get nominated. And all your coach had to do is go and fill out the thing online and submit the form. And it's relatively pretty much just that simple. And but a lot of coaches they know better, and they don't. They're not obligated to do so. Some coaches know doggone well that they kid, and they don't have to be a coach to nominate a player. So if the panel and the committee nominates their top 100, so to speak, then they dwindle it down from 100 to 40, and then from 40 to 24. You follow me, guys? So that stuff is done a couple of weeks ago. By the time they had the nominees and everybody was going on social media, releasing their little pictures and McDonald with the McDonald's certificates, everybody gets a certificate from their local McDonald's. Whatever the closest McDonald's is to your school, that's where they would generally designate you to go to pick up your certificate. You'll take a picture there for PR sakes, and that's part of and it goes on their social media platform. But that's part of the free advertising campaign.
Of course.
McDonald's has it. I mean, that's built in. It's not going anywhere as long as it continues to be endorsed by mainstream media. And due to the fact they have a Ronald McDonald House is an intricate part of the process. That means in every city that has a McDonald has an All-American game, the kids are going to do and visit. Normally, I don't know now because of COVIDs, but in a normal year, they would visit a lot of the patients at or some of the kids at some of those, whether it be around a McDonald house, a physical place, or at one of the hospitals where they have cancer patients or whatnot, some type of community service act, random act of kindness they will do. Well, I have intel that in the past 10 years, in case you guys didn't know, in 2013, Texas, it was the first time on the boys' side that Texas produced 5 McDonald's All-Americans from the state. 2013. We had that was the Harrison twins, Andrew and Aaron. You had Julius Randle that year. You had Keith Frazier and Matt Jones. Were all McDonald's All-Americans that year. Now, the following year in 2014, Texas duplicated that with 5 more McDonald's All-Americans. Justice Winslow, Justin Jackson, Kelly Oubre, Miles Turner, and Emmanuel Moutier. Right? So then 2015 was a dip, but in 2016, Texas was right back at it. Well, guess how many they had? 5 McDonald's All-Americans again in 2016. Andrew Jones, De'Aaron Fox, Jared Allen, Marquise Bolden, and Terrence Ferguson. Right? And now, in a couple of hours, the general public will likely get to see, and proud to let you guys know that Texas will place 5 more names in the McDonald's All-American game, which will be held, I think it's April the 1st, I want to say. I think they're moving it to a Thursday. And once again, in Chicago. I think they moved it back to Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But 5 from the state of Texas. And out of those 5, you announced them as the 5 guys that were ranked.
Did I mention the other day?
Yeah, so off the top of the head, you remember the 5 you named?
No.
No?
All I know Keontae, my kid from Richardson. Man, I can't do that.
Cason Wallace.
Cason Wallace.
Okay,
Anthony
keep
Black.
going.
Anthony Black.
Hey, Anthony Black, keep going.
Okay, there's 2 more. I can't think of. I can't.
And
I'm drawing a blank.
You drawing a blank?
Yeah.
Well, the other one would be Jordan Walsh.
Oh yes. Okay.
And the 5th one,
I have to go through my notes.
Would be
Arterio.
I'm writing down Arterio Morris from Dallas Kimball.
Thank you, Forever Films.
All 5, according to my intel, has been selected or will be announced to the team.
Wow.
Okay, so thanks, Frank. It's tomorrow, the 25th. Okay, well, I got this. You got this guys a day early then. So now, you remember when tomorrow comes. Now, understand, they're not supposed to release any news. They are not. The players.
Right.
Because they could get embarrassed and they can switch. They reserve the right to shuffle. They can shuffle the deck. It has happened before. It has happened before. But as it right now, my intel is solid. 5 from Texas. So that means that the risk and the fight that was taken by Anthony Black will officially pay off, because this was the reason. Well, this was a reason, because if you had to play a percentage of your games on your varsity to be eligible for the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
You have to play I don't know what percentage it is. I think it might be, I don't know if it's half. I want to say it's half are eligible to play or playing. So he was eligible to play. And so now they're strategically, the coach over at Duncanville is playing some. So I don't know exactly how many games he's played in, but he's eligible to play. And I think they are electing to not play him in some of the games now because the official appeal by the UIL, it will come through. The verdict will be rendered on that. It's expected to be rendered on that in a week or so.
So if they don't play him in a few, they just want to have enough games so they can be eligible for the playoff. So we'll play him here, we'll play him here, and just in case those games. That's what you're saying, Jimmy.
Just in case, because if it rules against you,
right,
then you have to forfeit those district games. They're not worried about the games.
Just okay. I'm with that. I'm with that.
So you have to.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were doing that. I did not know they were doing that.
Yeah. So you want to make sure. And that's the thing. So, but the teams will be announced, and the committee is very aware, and was very aware of what's going on with Duncanville High School before the season.
I love Anthony Black. One of my favorite players. Love him. That kid had a great spirit when he came here, Jimmy. I got a chance to meet him out in your lobby at your event. Let me tell you something, man. Like y'all know how we feel about this. It's a travesty of what they've done to this kid and drag him and his family laundry, dirty laundry, whatever laundry through the people who don't care about him no way, and they giving them all this information about these people. I can't stand that part, the UIL. And man, I wish the best for that young man. I don't care what school he go to. I wish the best for that young man. I just love how Jimmy, even the game, they had a little story about the game that he couldn't play in the beginning. And he showed up. He didn't even have his basketball stuff, but Peavy and them know. They said they keep his uniform. He said he had to play in his kicking shoe. He don't like to play in this. Y'all don't like to play in y'all kicking. Well, your kicking Jordans, whatever you wear. And he had to play in those. That kid had to be subjected to this mess all year, man. Just because he left and went to another school and went to another school where his family was. I still have a problem with that. I don't care if it was for basketball purpose. I just have a problem, Jimmy, with these people at the UIL thinking people got to come and air out their dirty laundry to these damn people. Who they think they are? Who they think they are? That's my damn problem. Who you think? Who are you? Cause every person on that damn UIL on that board probably got some shit in their closet, Jimmy, they don't want nobody to know about. Yeah, they probably got some stuff that they dealing with right now, and they sitting up here passing judge and jury, being judge and jury over this young man in his life. I just can't. I got a problem with it. But shout out to Anthony Black, man. We love you. Chop Shop love you, buddy. Keep doing your thing out there. Yeah. I had to
this is exactly. And this is one hell of a fight, and for it to be attained, and also DFW will become one of the very few cities to ever produce 5. Well, actually, the only city to produce 5 in the history of basketball in the same year.
Wow.
There's never been another. There have been other states that's matched that. I think only twice. 2 states ever matched that. Yeah. And the matching of the 5 is really an asterisk with New York City, because just like kind of like in the Keontae George type situation, a kid that went to Oak Hill and had been playing at Oak Hill and so it was kind of a couple of kids that moved away. Yeah, but that's still but just like we claim, we claim Keontae George on this.
Yeah, we supposed to claim it.
So guess what? No problem with that. So, but Texas has done it. No state in the union has produced 4 separate years of 5 McDonald's All-Americans on the boys' side. Nobody has done that. And just think about it. We've done it 4 times in the past 10 years. Mm-hmm. And you guys, it leads me into the conversation to what does it take for you guys to understand, for people to go and understand you got it good in the great state of Texas? Why do you feel so compelled to think you have to go and take your show on the road? Where I come from, think about this. When I was little, when Mom moved out of Fifth Ward and came to Rosewood, I was one of the fortunate ones that Mom would, if I wanted a football, I didn't just get a regular football. I got the good pigskin leather football. And so when I wanted a basketball, she didn't just get a regular rubber ball. I got the good indoor outdoor ball. Or, you know what I'm saying, the outdoor ball, because that was for the slab on the concrete where you had to play on. And it was a good one. My point is, when you have the good balls and the guys want to play, know what they do, what the kids, a lot of the kids around the block, my age, what they would do, Hatter? They would come and ring the doorbell and say, Miss Hicks, can Jimmy come out and play? You know, just at the young age. And as they get older, they have to ask Miss Hicks, hey, Jim, man, come on, we for the hoop. Let's hoop. Which they really wanted my ball. You follow me, guys? Meaning that the game ain't gonna go on.
They didn't want your ass, they wanted your ball. Yeah.
They want my ball.
Yeah.
You see? But my ball gonna come with me.
So they let your little layup. Hey, so your little layup missing, but you got to play. Oh, I hate kids like that.
No. That's part of the deal. That's hustling 101. I'm gonna play the first game. Now I might not get, if I lose, I might not get picked for about 3-4.
You're gonna take your ball home, Jimmy. I already know. You're gonna take your ball home. I know you.
Well, you want to, but in the hood, you learn that ain't a good idea. Don't do that. Then some guy, they know what they say. The guys, your homeboy say, I'm gonna guide it. When we get done, we're gonna throw the ball over the gate in your yard, and that's how the game would go. They would throw it in the yard, throw the ball in the yard, and that's how, that was just a rule of thumb. But my point is, Texas, we got it good. They want to play with your ball. That's why so many event operators, so many people calling around, they're feasting on our talent to showcase them on around the country.
I heard. Oh, they in Dallas trying to snatch everything that come up out of Dallas and take them out of town.
And you guys don't. And to me, it's like, you can still go to Las Vegas. You can still go to Orlando. You can still go to Atlanta or Kansas City and get some barbecue if you want. You can do it on your regular vacation time. You can do it on a cheaper scale and just go there and save 2 days. It ain't got to be stuck in the gym. You don't have to go that route. Anthony Black is one of the very few young men who will make the McDonald's game and not have played on a sneaker sponsored team in history. Well, modern day history, since the sneaker company, they weren't always there. So back in I'm not going to say in history, in this modern day history.
Dude, I love his story, dude. I love that kid's story.
And I said it before, Hatter. We just ran out of time. Some kids just run out of time. Terrence Arsenault, he ran out of time. He was on the uptick because he had a very good showing at NBPA Top 100 camp.
Yeah.
But guess what? The camp was at the end of the circuit this year. It wasn't in June. Then you come back and go into July. It was the end of the circuit, so it was no more time to see him back in the team setting after that to get some snatches on his sleeve. Curran Roach ran out of time. Mm-hmm. If they would have had one more live weekend after what he did in Vegas, mm-hmm. that year playing with the what was the name of that team? Name of that team Kevin Roach played with.
Oh, the coach.
The
what's
Rock
his name?
Stars. The Rock Stars.
Rock Stars.
Rock Stars.
Yeah.
If they had one more event, he ran out of time, guys. And it happens to some people. That's why you got a clock. And that's why it's hard. Some people, they don't understand when they say, well, man, this guy gonna make the McDonald game. And you look and it's like, well, and I tell people he would have to win. This certain guy would have to win a whole lot on the sneaker circuit. If he's playing on a non-sneaker circuit, Anthony Black, the powers that be, the way that the system is set up, Anthony Black is a story that a lot of people are rooting for. And a lot of voters on the McDonald's All-American Committee, their vote proves they're rooting for his story. His story. They're rooting for it with their vote. This don't happen every day, but it just proved it. Anything is possible, but it's not the norm. The system is not set up for players to generate who don't play on the traveling to sneaker sponsored 17 and under programs. It's not set up right now for you to generally make the McDonald game if you don't play on one of those teams. It is what it is. It's possible, but you got to do a lot of winning.
You got to do the Anthony Black. You got to be that good because that boy kicked tail everywhere he went.
You got to do a lot of winning.
I heard that young man's name so much this summer. And he had a great story because people were trying to take him off of that team. He said, no, I just want to play on the team. I like this team. I remember people was trying to snatch him, Jimmy. But he said, I remember him coming out and said, I like the team that I'm playing on. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, and thanks, of course, Kenny Gamble. Yeah, and we're missing Terry Morris. He played with Dallas Showtime. Right. And they too were not, but they played on the Under Armour Rise circuit, which they weren't sneaker sponsored, but he was in under the roof.
Yeah.
He was under that roof. It's kind of asterisk. I get it, gray area, but he was under that roof. Kind of like the same thing, ditto for PJ Haggerty. They were up under the roof. And remember, one thing that Under Armour advertising boast on, we all play under the same roof and we play in the midst of each other at the same time. So I get it, yeah, but with an asterisk. But this kid right here, it's great. Once again, we just tuned in, State of Texas, when they announced the McDonald's teams on tomorrow, 5 players from Texas are expected to be announced.
Wait a minute. Rick Brown, what are you talking about? UA does the best out of the shoe circuit. What are you talking about, Rick Brown?
Well, the best at what? The best at what?
Best at what? What they do?
Yeah, clarified.
Tell me what they do, Rick Brown. When you say something like that, this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to let everybody see it because you want to be, you want it to be seen. Tell us what you mean by that. What else you got, Jim?
And I'm just looking at.
I just want to know what he mean by best. He must be typing slow.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Yeah, he typing slow over there. What about Rick?
And
say it with your chest, Rick.
Melvin Dew say, what are the chances we will have more on the Jordan Brand Classic roster from Texas? Well, when you say more, it's possible.
Okay. I got you. He just said they all play under the same roof. Jim.
It's possible. I have to check. I have to check. It's possible, but I doubt it. But yeah, Under Armour does the best. Yeah, that's why I asked. I didn't jump and bite it. I wanted to make sure you clarified best at what. Yeah, they're the best of the sneaker circuits at finding a way for those guys to be up under the same roof. But
man, what's all that you got dinging and danging over there?
Yeah, that's the thing is do the dog computer
Oh, okay.
I have
I didn't know what the hell.
and it comes through the computer. And even though I got the ring off, the doggone ring will still go. I have to probably get I'll fix it when we get off the air. So that's the thing. Want to make sure I acknowledge you guys and pull the coattail on.
That's a good one.
With the McDonald's
That's a good
selection. And I have some more notes on that tomorrow. And the one thing I wanted to make sure that I give you guys is, I don't know, because I want to clarify the rule, and you guys may look it up if you want to.
What?
I'm not sure if it's play half the season or be eligible to play half the season. That's the key.
I think Corey.
I know, but people generally thought get the black and white verbiage. Can somebody check it and see if the rules requires for the eligibility to be selected? Do you have to be eligible to play? And I think it's play, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's play though, not just eligible. So if that's the case, then Duncanville, because it's going to be close on the regular season. Remember, he missed a couple of games. It's going to be close on how many games he played. So they're adding it up. That's why they mentioned strategically.
Somebody said it's play.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
It's
Thanks,
in
guys.
the wording. It's play.
Okay. So that means so now you understand the rule. I mean, the word play and the technicality on it when it's being reported. I think one of the news stations out of the DFW area over the weekend did a story on Anthony Black, went into the living room and had the family in the story. What you got, Heather?
Here you go, Jimmy. He said each committee member is instructed to vote for the players who they feel should represent as McDonald All-Americans. Players must have played at least half of their senior season and should be academically eligible throughout the voting process. The players must have played at least half of their senior season. Played.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. And now Rod Wills asked a question: would Anthony Black have made the McDonald's team if he would have stayed as original high school Capel? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure.
Duncanville helped
possible,
him out a lot.
But it would have been a hell of a gamble. Here's the thing: a lot of people got to see Anthony Black play and beat Montverde. They got to see a lot of other people that were voters were there. Don't get this twisted now. Even though it wasn't an official game, but an official regular season game, but it was a game. Let me say this again: between Duncanville and Sunrise Christian. It wasn't an official regular season game, but it was a game.
But it was a game.
So that means people had an opportunity to evaluate him against compatible talent. And Duncanville beat Sunrise Christian in the preseason. That mattered.
Where's Copel at, Jimmy? Where's Copel?
It's on the other side. It's on the other side of Dallas.
Oh, so it's in the Dallas area also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't okay. That's the first time I ever asked about that.
Yeah, and Landon Ardoin say they didn't travel like Duncanville. Yeah, understand. That's what I'm just saying. People got a chance to watch Anthony Black, watch AB, and play against several national powers. That helped him. And a great deal. How much? Now we don't know if he wouldn't have made, but we don't know. And so we'll see. Like I said, that's. But he had favor. I mean, it was a lot of people were mixed on AB, because if you like him, you like him. If you don't, then it's kind of hard to sell him, because some people expect him, man, he not of this, he not that. And guess what? He has a great understanding of the game of basketball.
Oh my goodness.
You know, he reminds me of, in a sense, really and truly, like a player. And I, you know, talking about the way his body was, his frame a little bit was built, but he's a little bit stronger now. But he has better ball handling skills and more of a ball handler. But his game is understanding. I'm talking about his court IQ. Justin Jackson, the homeschool player back in 2014, Justin Jackson was really has a really smart brand of basketball to play.
That's a good comp.
You watch, but you have to really evaluate Justin Jackson. He did a lot of his stuff, you know, on the baseline.
You're talking about that. I'm talking about physically.
I'm talking about the court. I'm talking about understanding.
Okay, you're talking about. But you know who he remind me of, Jim? And I think about him in high school. I'm talking about high school. A lot of people didn't see it. I was lucky enough to see Grant Hill in high school. Grant Hill was more of an athlete than, but they played just a lot. They gonna D up on you. They just know how to. I just like the way he run up and down the floor, man. I mean, I'm telling y'all, when I first saw this boy play, a little bit, Jimmy, I talked a little bit about the NFL, but when I first saw this kid play, I said, I see all the fuss. You know, some people, you see them play, you say you don't see all the fuss. But I see all the fuss about what it's about, Jimmy. That kid just, you know, when he's on the floor, I mean, all he got to do is run up and down the floor 2 times, and I know he's probably the best player on the floor. That's what I like about him on both ends. He just know where to be. Yeah. But Jimmy, we talked a little bit about this, and you know what? Somebody in the beginning of the show, and I just don't understand it, Jimmy. I'm trying to figure this out. Rod Wells said Hatter has not spoken about the Cowboys today. Don't know if Chris Walker will be. Why would we speak on the Cowboys? Rod Wells, let me tell you something. You know, I'm beginning. You know, I said, man, I get tired of Cowboy fans. You know who else I'm getting tired of now, Jimmy? Them damn Cowboy haters. The Cowboys weren't even in it. Let me put this up here on y'all, man. I got to show y'all. What the hell? Why we got to talk? Why we got to rub it in? He played this earlier, Jimmy. He put this on the screen earlier. So yes, we talked about how great those 4 football games were this weekend, Jimmy. I ain't seen nothing like that. Been doing this stuff for a long time. Haven't seen it, but I don't understand. Y'all, hey, I am beginning to dislike the Cowboy haters just as worse as them Cowboy fans. Y'all leave them folks alone. What else you got, Jim?
Yeah, and so I think Angel asked. He mentions, but you know, why do you punish a kid for not playing on a team that travels? It seems a bit harsh. No, it's not a punishing. It kind of reminds me. I can speak on defense of some of those guys. Definitely wouldn't try to on others. But it's like this. A lot of guys have personal things, whereas they don't rank certain players until they see them with their own eyes. I mean, Reggie Rankin was adamant on that. He didn't put nobody in the rankings unless he saw them with his own eyes. He didn't vote on them on the rankings when he was at ESPN. So certain people, so that means if you're not playing in certain places where those rankings voters, those committee members will be, then you are probably at a disadvantage of being selected. You got to go in. That's why I say you got to win that much more. Because eventually, if you rattle enough cages, think of it like the PJ Haggerty story right now on a local scale of things around the Houston area. And just think of it. For example, whenever PJ Haggerty would do well, trust me, that was one person you guys know if you live around Houston that would tell you and make it be known how this young man fared, and that would be John Urie. John Urie would let it be known throughout a period of time. So then finally, after seeing PJ Haggerty score this, score that, do this, do that, it's like at some point, a guy, you know, you get up and say, you know what? some people like, let me tell you, some people it took 2 years ago. When a guy like myself say, well, okay, you know what? I saw him play, but you ain't playing nobody over there. I'm gonna watch you when you make it in these playoffs. You got to play against Hightower. And let's see how that's gonna work out. It's gonna be you opposite Bryce Grigg. It happened in the 10th grade. Bryce Grigg got the better of PJ Haggerty in regards to the game. Now, PJ Haggerty scored points, but a lot of those points came, it didn't come in the midst of the competitive nature of the game. Next year, PJ Haggerty came back and returned the favor. And at that point, PJ Haggerty, he was serious at that point. Because you had slayed the dragon at the time. That was Bryce Grigg. So basically, Bryce Grigg's last high school game in Texas in high school, he lost to PJ Haggerty. Mm-hmm. PJ Haggerty be 50, 60 years old and tell that to his grandkids. I ended Bryce Grigg's Texas public school. Well, hell, his high school career. He never played no more high school ball after that. Now that I speak about it. But back to after a period of time of hearing stuff, now we hear about, we hear people, this young kid in the 10th grade, Chris McDermott, who's posting all these crazy stat lines, grabbing all his rebounds, like 25 rebounds in back-to-back games in the 10th grade. Mind you, after a while, somebody going to say, you know what, man, I'm going to go see this dude. I got to go check him out. That means he was not going to be on the regular trajectory of where you were going to be. Then eventually, that's why I tell people, I say it a lot now that you hear me say it all the time. If you win enough or if you produce enough, then people got to pay attention to you. So it's easy on that sneaker circuit because, Angel, your competition day in and day out, it's going to be at least 4 high major prospects on every single sneaker sponsored team. You can't say that for the non-sneaker sponsored circuits. That's the difference.
Point. That's a good point.
So hope I got that through.
Good point.
We talked a little football. Now I guess we can slide over. We can ask you guys if you haven't done so to share the show. But is that time to slow down?
Jimmy, tell me this, and we can ride out time. Jimmy, and I know you didn't want to go. We ain't gonna go. We just talk about this subject right here. We had a young man score to 47. His teammates scored 37. Then the guy on the opposite team scored 44. Jimmy, I ain't seen that in a long time.
Say it again.
We had a young man from Marshall scored 47 points.
Yeah.
Then his teammate scored 37. Same teammate.
Yeah.
I'm saying. And they went against another dude, Chancellor White, who scored 44. Jimmy, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen nothing like that in a while. I mean, I listen, in Texas, I ain't seen that kind of scoring out of 3 people. I put it like that.
How many Chance White scored?
44.
Oh man, that was a good game. That was some good action right there.
Yeah.
That was some good action. And so that's Jalen Lowe is the young man that had us talking about who scored 47 points on this past weekend in a district game against Foster High School. And Foster, that of course Thurgood Marshall features Jalen alongside of Chris Marshall, who was an All-American football player who signed with Texas A&M. Chris Marshall played on the sneaker sponsors on the EYBL. He was a starter.
JL3.
For the JL3 team.
Yes. So
he's among the long line of Houston-bred 2-sport stars, All-Americans that went to college on football scholarship, but also starred in basketball.
Jimmy, can you help me with this? because we got people. I'm gonna put them both. I'm gonna put both of them up. That's why I love this thing. Okay, this guy here just said this. This guy here just said this, right? Okay. Jimmy, he said, look at who they were playing, Mr. Hatter, and check the final score. Defense was atrocious in that game. Other people have played these two particular teams, but how come I'm saying, wait a minute, Jimmy, is Marshall the only team that ever played Foster? No.
No,
But have any other team this year, to you two guys who want to say that, have any other two guys, Michael Jordan and Keith Wood, have it been give me a game where two other teammates played against Foster and had 47 and 37? I'll wait. And the unique thing about this one, the kid from Foster said, I might not, Jimmy, the man had 44 and the team didn't have a 64. I want to know where was the hell of the other teams? That ain't what you said, Michael Jordan. You talking about, I need to look at the team. All I'm telling you, what other team in Houston that played against Foster and they had a kid scores 47 points and 37 points. Y'all find that for me, and then that's why I find it remarkable, people. Since when you get on here talking about the defensive atrocious, the defensive atrocious all the damn time then. So why didn't the other team score why the other team two players didn't score that kind of points on? That's the point I'm trying to make. When y'all say stuff like this, y'all got to remember, y'all got a guy over here looking at what y'all saying. And I'm going to challenge.
I watched one of the clips they showed of Jalen Lowe, and I'm going to tell you guys, that clip probably had more made jump shots from the same game than I've seen any other player produce on a highlight tape this whole year. You know, you see mixtapes, you notice most of them, if you're paying attention, you'll see they got different color jerseys on. Yeah. They're playing a different game, and they'll put it all together, this so-and-so, maybe over the weekend at a tournament. And that mixtape, that highlight tape clip from that Marshall versus Foster game, the one that they have of Jalen Lowe that's circulating out there on Twitter, it has him shooting a number of jumpers.
And Jimmy, on the contrary,
jumper.
Chancellor White Chancellor White put on a dunk fest on Marshall. So was Marshall playing defense? He had 44. See, that's why the statements of Michael Jordan and the guy, I don't know what they meant by it, but y'all statements, it kind of got me a little bit. I want to challenge your statement. Because you're talking about how they didn't play no defense. How to look who they played. But it's some more. Hold up. Thank you, Daddy. Hold on. Somebody just said something. Hold up, I saw something. They said Foster beat Cy Ranch and Cy Ranch beat Beaumont United this year. It's basketball. So how can you sit up here and say that, Michael Jordan, especially you? But I understand if that's the way you feel, it's okay. And then Keith Wood said it ain't no defense being played.
Oh, that's not understand. Do y'all not understand? First of all, Chance White is signed with Louisiana Lafayette.
Right.
Chance White he's probably the second leading scorer in Greater Houston behind PJ Haggerty.
Right.
So he met his quota. His quota is about 34 points a game. Do you guys not get it?
I didn't know he was averaged that much.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's his quota. It's around 34. And it probably went up a little notch or two after the 44 the other day.
Right.
I'm just saying. So understand, guys, this is what some of this stuff is expected of you. It's not now Jalen Lowe don't average 34 points a game. So that was a career high. He's in the 11th grade, guys. In case we didn't tell you, he's in the 11th grade. And this is why sometimes when you hear certain names of these players, if you want to connect the dots with them, right? You want to connect the dots, then I strongly encourage you. You can go over, right, to RCS Sports. You go to RCS Sports, and I'm telling you, and all you have to do is, number one, you can go look at where it says rankings at the top of the page. And when you see the rankings, right, then all you got to do is go to and click on it. And as you click on it, then guess what happens? You'll be able to see the team rankings. You see? And they'll be able to see those team rankings. And as you see, it's rcsports.com on your screen right now. And as I go down, so if you ever want, this is updated for you guys this morning. And look what it does. Like, it tells you what they're ranked in the area, what they were ranked previously, what classification they are, their win-loss record. These are their best wins. Say this, Beaumont United. They beat Ridgeview, South Carolina, Lee out of Alabama, Wright out of Louisiana, Christian Brothers out of Kansas. They beat Crosby. They beat Dickinson, beat Silsby twice, Atascocita, Westbrook, Bel Air. That's a nice resume.
Why did Clearbrook fall so far, Jimmy? I'm looking. See, I'm glad you showed me.
Clearbrook fell. They were number 1 last week. They fell to number 7. Why? Because Clearbrook lost at home to an unranked team, and we ranked 40.
Wait a minute. Is that when I saw the video of the little young fella they talking about they always messing with? Yeah. He won the game?
Yeah. Orlando Horton.
Wow.
So these are, and one thing I like about this, and this is for your pleasure, you can print this page if you want to, guys. You can print this. And as I go now, I'm gonna scroll on down for you. You'll see some of the names of the teams. These are all of their losses. And we put the most recent loss to the left side of the margin of that column. The best wins, not all of their wins. These are their best wins that we go and extract from their schedule. The most recent one would be to the left side of the column. So you can see certain teams, look and see who they beat locally. Then you look and see where those teams are ranked. And you can get it all together. As you see, Booker T. Washington, they moved 1 slot from 10 to 9. Booker T. Washington at the beginning of the season, I gave you guys full disclosure and gave you guys a tip sheet on them that Booker T would probably be the favorite. It's going to come down to Booker T. Washington, who's number 9, and number 11, Silsby, to go one of those teams will represent Region 3 at the state tournament. Now, who's Booker T beating? They beat Yates. That's their best win. That's one of their best wins, that mean. They beat Clements, who just turned around and beat Ridge Point this past weekend. They beat Travis. They beat Clear Lake. They beat Fur. They beat Episcopal. That's not now, how many of those teams are in the top 10? Not many. How many of those teams in the top 20? So that means you can really make a case. But Booker T ain't, when you say some teams, but they ain't really played nobody. Well, they beating the teams they supposed to beat like they're supposed to beat them. They lost to Elkins twice. Well, Elkins is number 5 in the area. You see? They lost to them twice. The other losses were to teams from out of town.
Okay.
You see? So you're going on down some more. You see some of the teams out of, you see, you got Silsby. Somebody asked on the Boom Boom Room, where do we have Thurgood Marshall ranked? Thurgood Marshall sits at number 12. Okay. They're sitting pat. Silsby stayed at 11. Thurgood stayed at 12. Seven Lakes stayed at 13. Katy Paytow stayed at 14. Marshall.
So Seven Lakes can play, huh?
Who that?
Seven Lakes pretty
Seven
good.
Lakes. Well, let's look and see who they beat. They beat Made Creek. Made Creek was they were top 20 last week. They beat Katie Tompkins. They beat Travis. They beat Katy Paytow.
Okay.
Right? They beat Decaney. Nah, that's not a ranked team. The Woodlands is not a ranked team. Clear Lake is. McAllen is one of the better teams in South Texas, and San Antonio Marshall. They lost to Dickinson, Dawson, and Westfield.
Did you go to any of these games this weekend, Jim?
Yes.
Which one you went to?
On Saturday, I went to that morning, I went to Episcopal hosted St. Francis. And
how did my young fella do? You know, the guard. I like Begg.
Justin Begg did well.
Okay.
He did well.
Okay.
He didn't score a lot that game. That wasn't a scoring game for him.
Okay.
But he played well. He facilitated and got the win. St. France tried to make a push toward the end. But, he's getting back healthy. Remember, this young man,
he was sick. Real sick.
He was sick.
Sick.
This kid had lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And after recent illness, he had to be hospitalized. So he's back, and he had, getting back at game speed. I also saw Yates and Wheatley that Saturday afternoon as well. Went over to Barnett, and
you want me to keep this thing on the screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on to the end. Let me go on to the bottom as you guys see some of your teams you're looking at. See, Hightower jumps up 12 slots, right? Mm-hmm. And as a result, remember, that was 11 of the top 40 teams lost in the past week and a half. And you see Beaumont Westbrook falls 3 slots. Stafford falls 3 spots. College Park jumps up 7 slots. And these are the rankings of the top 40 teams in the area. And as you see now, and then Clear Falls, they jump on the list now. They're at number 32. I got 99 because they weren't ranked, and you got to put a number in for this thing to compute. So Clear Falls, now they are number 32 after that big win over Clear Brook this past weekend. They're 18-7 on the season. Look at those. They got some ugly losses, though. Out of South Houston, Clements, then Straight Jesuit, Bel Air, Clear Creek, Dixon. Those are all playoff teams they lost to. So Clear Falls, that's pretty much it in regard to the rankings. You guys can see that on the website. Now, when you're on there, and one of the things, since I'm on there, and I think I showed you guys before, you go to the player rankings, and you see, look right but under the names. Some of the names has this highlight reel. And you know what happened on that highlight reel? You click that, it'll go and show a highlight. It'll take you to Forever Young Films, or it'll take you to Jeffrey Day's YouTube page, and it will publish a video for you. They're in the process of uploading these videos for at least all of the top 15, top 20 players. That way they will have the highlight reels, and then the rest of the people will contact them to find out how to get their videos added on there. That way now it makes it a one-stop shop. Where you go to see highlights. Jimmy,
when did you have anybody ever broke the backboard in Houston?
Not in a high school
basketball.
In a high school game.
Uh-huh. You don't recollect?
I don't at the time. I don't right now. I'm trying to think. If I know it was one. I had one that was broken at one of my events at the Spring Icebreaker about 10, 12 years ago. But I don't remember it in the game. I know Sean Jones from Shadow Creek High School. As you guys see on this rankings list right here, Sean Jones. These were updated this past weekend as well. And these are the player rankings. Sean Jones is number 10. He signed with Texas State. It tells you what summer team they played last with. And that's way guys can keep track on a lot of the guys in the area.
Jimmy, I haven't seen Sam Jones. Where's he? Sam Jones? Who he play for? Decaney? Who that? Sam Jones right there. Going up a little bit. Number 9. Number 8.
No, Seth Jones.
Seth Jones. Okay, yeah. That's Seth Jones from Dickinson. I couldn't see it. Yeah. It's kind of faint. Okay, Seth Jones. I'm sorry. Yeah, Seth Jones. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Seth Jones, he's a baller,
I know exactly who that is. I know who he is. Yeah.
And Dickinson versus Clearbrook Part 2 is coming up in about a week or so. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be a dandy. But Seth Jones, he's been balling, man. He had a great first half against Clearbrook. Mm-hmm. Kind of laid the egg in the second half against Clearbrook. That was it. In that game, that's what Clearbrook ended up coming back on Dickinson. But he's been balling. He's earned it. This guy has one of those stories, man. He lost his mom.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah.
He lost his mother.
Was ineligible to play. They treated him.
Then the damn UIL.
Yeah.
Ruled him ineligible to play.
Yeah. Last year.
Listen. Only a couple weeks when they tried to explain to them that his mother was ill, how ill she was.
That's right.
And his kid wanted to take care of the mother. They ignored them, and their cries fell on deaf ears.
Wow.
And his mother passed away about 3 weeks later. He had to play JV all last season, junior varsity. And now he gets he got opportunity to go and play. He started off the summer with JL3. Then he moved over to the Houston Defenders, where he started and was probably their best perimeter scorer on that team.
Okay.
He was in the backcourt with this kid that's number 6 with Chemo Melinder.
Okay.
They were in the backcourt together.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so this, and you guys, if you're looking at these rankings on RCA Sports and you see a picture that's not available, like you see Nick Anderson doesn't have a picture here. If you know Nick Anderson, why would you not want your picture there and you don't have nothing right here? Look, look how nothing right here in this column right here with his arrow at. Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Does he got he might not have no
Well, you know, he has a junior college off on the table that
Okay.
I knew of about a month ago. And I think I want to say it's one of the JUCOs in Region 14. But understand, this stuff helps you. You see all these photos for a lot of these guys. That way now, a lot of people out there want to be able to put names with faces.
Number 22, something about number 22. I like 22. I just think we can get more out of it. What's his name? I can't.
Jared Valencia. Jared Valencia.
I like that dude, man. But I just seemed like he just seemed like he got more in the tank. He just won't give us.
And well, that's the whole thing. And he's 6'8". He's the son of former U of H star. What's from Colombia, from South America, Alvaro Teheran. I think that's the last name.
Okay.
From back in the days, he started at University of Houston. This is the son of him. Now, Teheran passed away.
Right.
So the young man moved to Houston for a better life and better opportunity to be able to advance himself through the ranks of amateur basketball for little to nothing. And he's the ex-wife of Alvaro Teheran, Jolanda Jones, and her son. They house and they're the guardians of this young man, Jared Valencia. So we'll see how his story ends up. Right now, we don't know as far as the offers are thin. I think early on last year they were posting on social media that so many different offers from so many different Division I schools. But however, he's yet to take an official visit. And those offers are not confirmed to be committable offers.
What happened this weekend with a quick one, Jimmy? What happened with Toscasito? Because they was telling me I need to be there. What happened in the Toscasito and Summer Creek game?
Well, Atascocita won the game.
Okay.
Beat them. Angel Johnson, as you seen on the screen right there. Right. Angel Johnson is another one of the area's top unsigned senior. Him, Caleb Pouncey, right there, number 25 and 26. That's Atascocita guys. You got another one right here, Landon Juma one. He committed to Baytown Lee Junior College about a week and a half ago.
Good.
Super for him. This your guy right here, Howard Jalen Johnson. Summer Creek. I think Summer Creek. Had a big loss to C.E. King, I think, the other day. Summer Creek is reeling down where they have problems over there that have them on the brink of fighting for their lives just to make the playoffs as a 4 seed.
So these seniors right here, right, Jimmy?
These are seniors.
Look at Ja'Cory Chapman. Okay, I'm seeing some guys I know. I don't know the Sanchez kid.
Yeah, he's doing well at the high tower. Ja'Cory is averaging about 16 a game.
Right.
You got Brody Robinson over at Houston Christian.
I like Brody, Jimmy. I like Brody.
Brody did well.
Just too damn short, but I like it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. But guess what? The way he shoots the ball and his rhythm on that court, there's a school for him somewhere.
Okay.
And the thing is, I think at some point, a lot of these guys you have to realize and just start recruiting. See, while you're waiting on certain schools to recruit you, some of you guys need to get up off, parents I'm talking about, get up off the seat, off the recliner, and start recruiting some other schools at a different level.
I got you.
You waiting on Division I's to come flirt with you. You need to be going and channel that energy toward Division IIs, Division IIIs, JUCOs, NAIAs. Channel it.
Go up a little bit, Jimmy. Let me see what else I mean, yeah, keep going. Let's see where.
Hey, kid Goodman.
Ryan Moore. I like Ryan Moore.
Ryan Moore jumped up. He jumped up about 15 slots.
Jimmy,
or so.
I like him, Jimmy.
Cy Ranch, he had a big hand in Cy Ranch beating Cy Falls.
That's a big game, wasn't it? They would say it was crowded.
Very big game. It was a showdown. It had been on everybody's schedule since the season began. It was a district game. Okay. And these two teams are fighting for bragging rights as well. So remember, Cy Ranch, as you mentioned earlier, Cy Ranch is a team that this season, right? They've beaten Cy Falls. They beat Katy Paytow. They beat Clearbrook. And they beat Beaumont United in the season opener.
What?
So Cy Ranch is good enough to beat any. That's what that means. That means they can be good enough on any given night
to beat anybody.
To seriously beat any team on this list. On that list we showed you.
I got you. I like that.
Now, now at the same
Wait
time.
a minute. Hold up. This is the same team, Ryan Moore team, because I'm trying to. So it's Ryan Moore on that team. Kobe is on that. Raspberry on that team. Yes. Gabe on that team, right?
Mo Manecki. Yeah.
Mo Manecki. I'm sorry. And one more guy. Ain't they got one more?
Justin Norris is on that team.
Justin Norris on this team too?
Yeah. We go down a little bit.
Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up. That the same team would have had Bernard on if Bernard hadn't got hurt.
Yes. Jalen Bernard will be back next
goodness.
Year. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I just clicked all at the bottom. That way we go back to that. Now I see Justin. We're creeping up on Justin Norris. He should be somewhere in this range.
I want to see them again. Landon, make sure you go back to 42 because I want to see Landon's son, Ardwan. I'd never seen him before.
Here you go, right here.
Where here? Oh, okay.
That's Ardwan.
All right.
That's Ardwan.
Okay, he played for what's that? What did he play for? RL9?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Ardwan. You got and this young man right here, we have to change his school because remember, he's the one that just left Goose Creek Memorial. Avant Coleman, he's transferred to Crosby. So he's going to be in the backcourt.
He'll be able to play? How the hell he'll be able to play?
15 days, Hal. 15 school days. 15 school days.
Okay.
He's from there, and the coach is not, from what I understood, they're not going to challenge it. Now, ironically speaking of this area right here, it's stuff all in this area. Right here, number 46, Brady Smith. Guess what happened? He quit basketball for his high school team.
But he's going to play in the summer.
About 2 weeks ago. Well, he's an unsigned senior.
I'm sorry.
So we'll see. I would think that he could go, and that's an option on the table, but he's not playing anymore. But we still ranked him because the rankings were what you did in the recent past.
Right.
So he did that, and he played. Now, on the next list that comes out, he probably won't be on that list.
I got you.
Unless he plays in the spring icebreaker. Our next rankings will come out right after the spring icebreaker concludes. So he could be, because he could play as an unsigned senior showcase.
Jimmy, this is a hell of a damn overtime because we said we weren't going to go, but I like talking about my young fella.
We wrapping up these seniors that way, and everybody get their love. And as you see, there are photos for damn near everybody.
Jimmy, hold up. I've been seeing this kid, TJ Ashford. Who is this?
He got good bounce. TJ Ashford at Side Creek.
He's been talking about him a lot.
Him and Corey had not. They're getting in the backcourt together. And they are a team that you don't know which Side Creek team is going to show up.
Okay.
You don't know which one is going to show up. They had a couple of players that transferred out of that school. But you know what? I would wait the playoff time on that side.
Okay.
I think they match the first one.
That's it? Oh.
No, you got. I'm going fast through it. That way we can get down to the end of this thing.
Okay.
We got a newcomer, Garrison Griffin, the kid over at Westbury that's putting in good work.
They go hold up, Leslie Newsom, man. That Doc Newsom son right there.
Yeah, man.
What up, Leslie? Keep going.
He had a season high the other day, man. They had a big win. Leslie Newsom had like 23 points in a loss. That is, though, they lost the game, They played Westfield, but Dr. Newsom informed me that Leslie Newsom helped to contain Zion Pipkin to only 3 punts in that game.
What?
That's what according to Dr. Newsom, Leslie Newsom. Now remember, that's the key word I use.
Wait a minute. According to Jimmy, what did you call and get the stats?
No. I didn't need to. on that.
Okay.
You know why? Because Westfield won the game.
Oh, okay. All right.
Westfield won the game.
Let me see who else these kids. I'm trying to see Trey. What is his name?
Now go Justin Norris right there, Hal.
What
got the highlight reel right there. Number 72,
okay.
Kobe Raspberry, 73.
All right.
You know, Tosh Lyons. And this young man expected to be back, returning to Clearbrook. He's been out for about a month with a wrist injury. It's their tallest player, 6'7" at Clearbrook. When they play Dickinson again, remember now, he hasn't been with the team. He's expected to return.
Then the dude here, number 70, what his name? Jalen. He looked like a player. He looked like a player.
Yeah, I mean, he's 5. He's short.
You know, I like little shorties.
You know what though? Klein Forest isn't winning the amount of games they normally wins. So I need you to win more.
Okay.
When you're that short, you better get some W's.
I got
you. And as we close in toward the end, these are the rankings on RCS Sports. You guys can get that. You see the pictures. You put names with faces on here. You see a lot of these young men. And you know, if you didn't know how they look, you get to see some of them.
Yeah,
some of them.
I'm glad I got the chance to see this.
And this is kind of cool. As we go down to the end, if you know any of these young men and you see it says photo not available, have them email us a picture so that we can get into.
Let me see who. Pronounce that name. Is that? I can't see it, Jimmy. Small.
That's Quavius Lilly.
Quavius Lilly from Stafford.
Yeah.
Okay. 5'3".
No, it's 6'3".
Okay. Yeah.
He's 6'3".
Yeah.
So that's it on that. And so that's it. I wanted to give you guys a dose of that.
Let me get out of here.
And we hope you guys are that blast to the website. You can go to the website. And wait a minute. I'm looking at some news, of course, and we'll break that on tomorrow.
I got some. Is that news that we got together?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see what I sent you about Malik Andrew?
Yeah. Malik, man, she.
Yeah.
I can tell, man. I can see now. Malik, man. Get out, Malik, get out. Anyway, I got to get on up out of here,
too, man.
And I'm going to get out of here, guys. We see you guys on tomorrow on the Chop Shop. That is
Jimmy, you riding up to Crosby tomorrow? I mean, Beaumont.
No, we have Doug Jones is going to be at that game.
Doug up there. Okay, good.
Doug is going to be at that game. I'll be at another game locally. That's Doug territory.
I about that.
He needs to see the game. I saw the first game. Remember, I was there when Beaumont United. That's the game that got hurt. And I'm wondering if Terrence Arsenault will be playing in this game or not. He's going to play. I'm thinking I got to check the traps and find out. But that's, of course, Crosby at Beaumont United. That's Tuesday games. We have all that on in the morning. But anyway, guys, It's time to slide down. Dino's back. And Yabba is there on this baby Friday. I mean, on this Monday, that is tripping. I'm ready for Thursday to come already. Make sure you share the show on your way out of the door. Share the show on your way out the door. I see you, Kim Jackson. She's repping her baby. She say, Jalen Collins, he can't win the game by himself, Hatter. Talking about Klein Forest. He can't win by himself.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't know I just said I like the way he looked. That's all. He looked like a baller. I said he looked like a baller. Shit, Chance White can't win by himself. Hello?
Okay.
How about that?
Guess what?
Yeah.
You guys, make sure you share the show, guys. We don't get up out of here, man. Got so much to do. Go over to RCS Sports. Check out the rest of those rankings. And, of course, the freshman watch list as well. RCSSports.com. For Robert Haller, this is Jim Hicks. We up out of here, man. Peace, guys. See you.
Bango.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.